What's up, everybody? YuGiOh Stories here, and I just wanted to make a video. I've been really testing out a lot of the virtual world deck. I think I'm gotten pretty good with it. At like 700 something on Dueling Book. I wanted to make like a how to play virtual worlds because I feel like this deck, even though people want to just say like, oh, you just make VFD, like that's all the deck does. Although that may be true, and putting out VFD most of the time is going to win you the games, especially when you put up 2 BFDs. Even against control decks, 2 BFDs is actually really broken. They set 5, it doesn't matter. Usually, you just do your 2 BFDs on their turn, you go battle phase. If they don't do anything on your battle phase, then you just slap a Suze over your VFDs and attempt to clear the board. So even against control matchups, going first, double BFD is fine. That's what you should be going for. And I just wanted to show you guys like some of the combos, try to help out people that don't know how to play the virtual world deck so much. And now I want to get started with the first combo, which is actually going to be double BFD. It's a 3-card combo. The 2 cards you need for sure is Lulu and Kowloon. And you either need a Gigi or a Lily. You can also have Lala. This is the most important part of the combo. So it's any of these 3. Because you usually will fetch out the other 2 with your Lulu and with the city. So yeah, basically it's any of these along with these 2. It's double BFD, and it's actually it's plays through Nibiru, plays through Gamma, plays through Ash. It plays through almost everything. Yeah, except if it's 2 hand traps. 2 hand traps, then it does get a little different. But let's just get started with it. If anything, let's start out with let's just do Lao Lao, just for no reason in particular. We do the Kowloon, and of course you're gonna fetch out the trap, and then let's go to graveyard. Let's just put it there for graveyard. And you're gonna activate Lulu, and you're gonna send a spell and add a monster. So this is what I mean by like it doesn't really matter which ones of these 3 you open, because you're gonna search out the 2 that you didn't open. So we're saying we opened Lalo, right? Let's just keep that in hand. Then we sent the spell, and we're gonna go ahead and add Gigi. Just Gigi first because it lets you recur the Lulu in the end phase, so it's a little more important. And then you're gonna activate King Long. You already know, dump whatever card in your hand that you don't want, and you're gonna add the Lily because you start out with 5 cards in hand. And then you're gonna do Lily effect on the trap. Gonna go ahead and send your Nya. And where's the other spell? Sorry guys, checking my deck. And the other spell for a follow-up. And then you're gonna do Gigi. We're gonna actually do it on monster, just because as you can see we don't have any trap in the graveyard, and we need the trap in the graveyard. And when you summon Gigi, you're gonna trigger your Nian effect to summon itself. And one thing I want to note down here, this is like what you want. If you have Lao Lao in hand and you got basically 2 ways to make a level 9, because this is a 9 here, and then this with the trap is a 9. Well this one's not a tuner, but you guys get what I mean. You have a tuner, non-tuner, and you can use them, and you'll have 2 level 9s on board. That's what you want, and you want to hold a Lao Lao. You don't necessarily have to do this combo specifically, but just think about it this way. If you can get to this board with your hand, like E-Telly can help you get to this. Normal summoning, sometimes if you don't have, notice how I didn't use my normal summon here. Sometimes you can normal summon like a Nian or a Gigi, things like that. Basically, you want to get to this board. And then usually while I'm trying to play through Nibiru, I got Lala, so I don't care what happens. So I go Nian and Lily, and we're gonna go for a 9. We're gonna go ahead and do the Croc Dragon, just because we can draw 1 card. So we're gonna draw another card. I just said blank card. And then we're gonna use the trap card, level modulate. I'll make any of them 6, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna make the Shen Shen, the boss monster of the deck, an overlay for VFD. And since you have the Lala in hand, I would say it's usually always right to call light. And let's attach the Shanshan here. Very important, we attach Shanshan. And now, after you do that, you go ahead and go Lao Lao on the Shuji. You're gonna want to send the Nian just so you can have one in graveyard. And then revive the GG, and you should know where this is going. You make the Cloud Castle on Shanshan. And now you got double BFD, and it's quite nice. I mean, I know you guys can't really see it. It's kind of to the edge of the camera. Let me fix that. And you make double BFD, and this is usually auto win against almost every deck. Your Chuche is also live, so that's combo 1, and you also get a draw because of the croc. This is what you should try to go for. Double BFD is super strong against so many decks, and like I said, if you have Sues, you just slap it over. Once it's back to your turn, after you attack, you'll deal 6k, and then you'll have a Sues. So it's really good. That's one combo. And like I said, main thing I want you guys to remember is you want to get to this board. You want to get to be able to make 2 9s and have Lao Lao in hand. If you put up enough to make 2 bodies of Synchro 9s and you have Lao Lao in hand, you're usually pretty good. You want to save this. This is like, Lulu's the best starter and Lao Lao is the best extender. And I'm going to show you guys another combo. This is the Chow Fang combo. This is not super strong, in my opinion, but it just goes to show you why we played Chow Fang. All right, I'm gonna give myself like an absolutely bricky hand, just to show you guys real quick. Let's go to driver. All right, so you see this hand, right? You're thinking, actually, I don't even want to give myself these hand traps because you can actually. No, yeah, let me give myself these hand traps. I don't know what I'm thinking. You're like, how the fudge do I make BFD here, right? You're like, I can't make BFD. I don't even have a virtual world. But if you play Chow Fang, this is why it's really good with goods. Let's just show you guys a combo. So you have nothing in hand. You actually, let's hold this. Let's hold this. You go goods, and of course you're gonna go ahead and send your King Long, and then you're gonna banish your King Long, and you're gonna search. Of course, you know who you're searching. Lulu. Well, she's the best starter. And then we're gonna go ahead and discard. We're discarding Dragon. Doesn't really matter, you know. We're supposed to be breaking here. Gonna normal summon. You activate effect, and you're gonna actually send a trap. And you're gonna add the spell. Then you activate, you know, the city. You can get yourself another trap. And you're gonna modulate the levels so one of them becomes a 6. So you synchro for a 9. You go Chow Fang. You go Chuchi on your own Chow Fang. So you pop this. These two get shuffled back to your deck. And Chow Fang's effect triggers and it lets you search Lao Lao because it can actually search any tuner. And then you're gonna go Lao Lao on the trap, and you're gonna want to send, let's see, probably a spell just for follow-up. Checking my graveyard, don't have anything. So we send a spell for the follow-up. Lao Lao effect on Nian. And then you guys already know where this is going. You make the Cloud Castle. And then you target the Ying Sing. And there you go, VFD. And if you saw my hand, it was literally goods and Nian and a bunch of bricks. So you had to like make the best of it. You end with just VFD. Your Chochi is dead. And you only really got the King Long follow-up. And you have a Nyani graveyard. So it's not bad, but if you think about what your hand was, you started off with literally a brick hand and no virtual worlds. It was just the goods that kind of got you there. It's another combo I wanted to show off. And I think the deck, it just depends on what matchup you're playing to what combo you should be doing. A lot of times, remember when you got the 2 level 9s on board, Versus some decks, it's kind of better to end like Shen and Croc, like against Eldritch. This is better. You know, you have this to stop their spells and traps. This vanishes everything. Like game one, double BFD is good, but once you know you're playing a control match, you want to set up boards like this, boards that are less susceptible to Nibiru. And yeah, this is basically the two main combos I wanted to show you guys. Besides that, it's more like what your opponent does to you. If you're playing all your virtual world cards and you know, like if you don't ash your Lulu, you pretty much know they don't have an ash. Things like that, you know. And the combos are generally all the same, you know, trying to make BFD, but it depends on what ways you get stopped. Some things you gotta keep a note of. There's like sometimes you can end on the board with like this dude in the Lao. One thing you gotta realize is Lao can bring back any of the virtual world monsters. So if you already used your Shen in the graveyard before, you can summon it back with Lao, then use the trap effect to increase Lao by 9. And that's another BFD. Just little things like that. You gotta play through your opponent's interruptions with this deck. And now for a quick test hand, because I did show you guys the two main combos, but I want to show like more like a test hand. I'll show you guys what this deck can do. Well, this is looking great. Okay, so obviously the way you combo with this is you pass and you just kind of hope your hand traps hold you off. All right, let's try again. And that's the thing with this deck, it does break, not a lot, but couple times it breaks. And if you see this hand is godly. This hand is so good. We're actually gonna hold the E-Telly because this can actually help you play through Nibiru, right? So let's hold the E-Telly. This Gamma is gonna be dead for the most part. If because we're gonna have to start off with our normal summon. We can try to like use the E-Telly and see if that'll fetch out a Nash, but it won't. It's not worth it. We just hold it for extender for Nibiru. So we're gonna go normal. We're gonna go effect. We're gonna send a spell in the trap. And now here, Lulu, you gotta think about it this way. Right now, the only way you got to put bodies on board is your monsters. You have this King Long Engrave, which will give you another body. So what do you want to use your Lulu for? You want to use it to get like an extender. So you're gonna do it, target the monster, and you're gonna send a trap. And then you're gonna add the city. And I really like doing this play because it gets all your traps out, so you don't like dead draw any of them. You activate the city, and you have Chuchi. And if you see your graveyard, you should have all of the traps. So there's no way you're drawing the trap off of like all your monsters. And as I was saying here, we're pretty close to the goal of having the 2 level 9s on board. But we can't do that here. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. And since we have the King Long in graveyard, we're pretty much all set. So we're gonna banish the King Long. We're gonna go ahead and get the Lao from the deck. We're gonna search Lao, and we're gonna discard the Gamma. And now we have these two extenders to play through basically anything. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go straight into Shen with, oh, actually I can't, I shouldn't do that because I forgot this is not a tuner. So it was normal. Okay, so we're gonna go E-Telly. We're actually gonna summon another Lulu. Sorry for the camera shaking so much, guys. And now this is back to the board I was saying, 2 level 9 bodies because you do have the trap. So we're gonna go ahead and go Lulu and Lily for the first 9. And I usually make Croc just to get the draw first, especially if I have Lao, like a way to play the Nibiru. So we'll get the draw, and then that's a +1. And we'll go for the trap card. Make whichever one and 9, doesn't matter too much. Again, Shen, and we're gonna overlay to VFD, call light. You call light to see if you can get Nibiru or not. So if you get any beard, it's okay because you got the Lao. And if you don't get any beard, you just use the Lao for the second. But as you can see, if you can get that board, that's essentially double BFDs. If you can get the 2 9s plus a Lao in hand, and just while playing the deck, think about Lulu the most. Lulu searches your whole deck. Think about it this way: all of your monsters give you access to King Long, and King Long gives you access to all your monsters. But Lulu gives you access to literally every single virtual world card, as long as you play her correctly. So you just gotta know what you are doing with Lulu. Don't just always add a monster, or don't just like add the trap directly. You know, sometimes you have to with your Desires Banish. But hopefully that gives you guys a little more insight. And I'm gonna be doing a deck profile soon, but I just wanted to kind of show some basic combos for all the new virtual world players. And thank y'all so much for watching. Peace.